Hey, everybody, welcome to Smoky Mountain Echo. I'm your host, Dylan Huffman. The holidays are a special time of year, a season filled with joy, giving, and family traditions. But for children in foster care, Christmas can sometimes look very different. That's why the Haywood County Foster Care Children Christmas program is so important. Each year, it brings our community together to make sure that every child in foster care wakes up on Christmas morning with gifts picked just for them. Today, I'm joined by Anna Messer and Gayla Jones with Haywood Health and Human Services. They're going to talk about how the program works, why it matters, and how you can get involved by sponsoring a child this Christmas. So, when we talk about Christmas, what does Christmas mean for children in our foster care program, and why is this program so important for them?
Well, I think Christmas overall is so special to children, and it's a time that we spend with our families. These children are in foster homes, which are their temporary families, but not their biological families. So, by being able to provide them with their wish list during Christmas helps them experience some normalcy that, it's a time that they're away from their families, and so this just helps make Christmas a little bit more special.
How does it feel for foster families and the children when the community kind of just steps up to sponsor them and help with this program?
Well, a lot of times for our little children, it's a gift from Santa, which is, special, and for our foster parents, it just helps alleviate some of the stress around the holidays. They provide for these children, every month, and they certainly, want to support those children during Christmas. It just helps with that financial burden, and they're able to provide, those kids with the Christmas that is so special.
So let's walk through the process. How does someone sign up to sponsor a child?
They would just contact the agency. They can contact Mary Morgan directly. She is heading up the organization of the program this year.
Are there any types of gifts or specific types of gifts that are usually requested or most needed?
It really varies based on the age of the child. A lot of the younger kids are wanting age appropriate toys. We also ask if they need clothing and get their sizes, and we ask for their likes. If there's a favorite color or something that they're into, a cartoon character or whatever it might be. Older children, they are wanting more of the more expensive items or maybe gift cards.
So when someone has signed up to sponsor a child, are there any guidelines that that person needs to follow?
Yes, so we ask that you, first of all, know your budget, understanding that the older children might be a little more expensive. So, if you have a group that wants to sponsor an older child so that they can provide everything on that child's list, we do ask that if you take a list that you are able to provide everything on the list. This is to help out foster families, so this is a lot of times all that the child is getting for Christmas, so we wanna make sure that the gifts are coming back to us and that everything has been purchased. We ask that all of the gifts be new. We, want them to also be unwrapped so we can see what is coming in and make sure that those items have been purchased off of their list. We also ask that the gifts be back to the agency anywhere between December 1st and December 3rd so that our social work staff can get them to families in time for Christmas.
Do you have a number of about how many children are in foster care in Haywood County, and are all of them in need of sponsors this year?
We have 140 total children in care, and I would say approximately 130 of those are, we have collected lists for and are in need of being sponsored.
When we talk about the program, how has community support grown? Around this program over the years.
Well, it's grown tremendously. I think that we put it out in the community, and we do have a lot of groups that come in and sponsor. It could be a church group, a women's group, a family. and they take a list and they're able to supply everything on that child's wish list. And it just seems like it's grown. We have more people calling in. And also, if you're not able to sponsor a whole wish list, the agency does take monetary donations and we're able to kind of fill in the gaps, or sometimes we may take a child into custody right before Christmas, and so those funds help supply Christmas to those children as well.
Okay, so as we kind of bring our conversation to a close, if you could speak, directly to these folks who are kind of maybe on the fence about should I sponsor, should I not sponsor, what would you say to them?
I would say that it's very rewarding experience. I know personally it is fun to take my own children to the store and give them lists for other children and have them help those that are not as privileged as my own. And it's just a very heartwarming experience around Christmas time for them or for us as a family.
What do you hope maybe that the listeners take away from our conversation today about the program?
My hope would be that you hear that these children are special, are deserving. They are in an unfortunate circumstance that is not their fault. And we just want the community to embrace those children. They are our community, our future. And so we want to support them as much as we can. And we want our community to do that as well. So it's very impactful and rewarding.
That was Anna Messer and Gayla Jones with Haywood Health and Human Services. Remember, by sponsoring a child, you'll have the opportunity to purchase gifts from their personal wish list, ensuring that every child feels loved and remembered this Christmas. If you want to participate, you can stop by Haywood Health and Human Services at 157 Paragon Parkway in Clyde, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, or you can call 828-356-2427 to select the child or children that you'd like to sponsor. And don't forget, we're also accepting monetary donations. We can take check or cash. We also are collecting wrapping paper and supplies. Don't forget that new episodes of Smoky Mountain Echo drop the last Tuesday of every month, and they're always available on demand wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out our website, smokymountainecho.podbean.com. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dylan Huffman, and we will see you next month.